So a record has been started. Yeah. So yesterday we have discussed on log management and configuration parameters, how to change the configuration parameters in session level, user level, database level, and instance level, right? And also how we need to set the log management, like what to log, where to log, and when to log. So we have configured in Linux and as well, in Windows, right? Yeah. So these are all the things we have discussed in yesterday class, right? Yeah. Today it's a very important topic. Okay. So security. So whenever we comes to any RDBMS, the security part is very, very important, right? So in each and every RDBMS, based on the levels of the security, okay. So it have own so access system will be available, right? So here also same when comes to PostgreSQL, okay. So in this module, first of all I'm going to cover authentication and authorization, levels of security, and implementing host-based access control. Okay. And also, so, in this module, I'm going to cover, okay, how to create users and how to create groups and what is the difference between users, groups, and roles. Okay. These are all the things I'm going to explain and how to grant the permission to the groups and roles. Okay. So these are all the things we will discuss in this module. Okay. So when comes to authentication and authorization, okay, in every RDBMS, the first thing is authentication. If somebody is going to logged into the database server, okay, he or she needs have a proper authentication method. If the proper authentication method is not there in the particular user, okay, database server will not going to allow the particular users. Okay, authentication is main thing in PostgreSQL and every RDBMS. And also when comes to secure access for the RDB, like a database server, right? There are two things. The first thing is the user needs a proper authentication and the user needs to have the proper authorization on to access the schemas, objects, and data. Okay, these are all the two access, you know, step process to access the database server. These are the two secure access methods, authentication and authorization. Okay, and also see here levels of security. Okay, so levels of security. So this diagram I'm going to explain in the paint now. Okay, example. See here. So this is my database server. Okay, so I'm going to call it as prod, and this database server is up and running on 6661 port number. Okay, and also, you know, this is completely running on one machine. Okay, so I'm going to specify, you know, some port number here, like 154.17.20.21. Okay, so what we are going to do, if somebody is going to request it, application team guys are going to request it to create the users. Okay, at the time, yeah. So at the time, what we are going to do, so we are going to create the users. In the database server level, okay, we are going to create users. Okay, user 01 and user 02 and user 03. Okay, these are all the, okay, as per the application team request, we have created this users. Okay, user 1 and user 2 and user 3. Okay, and also they are going to request it to access the database server for this database, broad database server, and they are going to request it to access, okay, their application DB, app DB database. Okay, they are going to request it to app DB database as well. Okay, and one more thing I'm going to tell you now. Whenever we are going to create the database, okay, so once we are going to create the database, okay, immediately we need to revoke the public access from the particular database. Okay, we need to revoke the public access. Public access for the particular database. This is very, very important, guys. Once we are going to create any user-defined database, okay, so we need to revoke the public access. Okay, this is very important. And also, see here, this is the one thing. And also the users, the application team will going to request it to access these 3 users to this AppDB database. Okay, all the users are, connected from other machines. All the users are going to connect it from other machines. User. Okay, so this is user 1 and user 2 and this is user 3. Okay, they are going to, connect it from different machines. Okay, so like see here, this guy is going to connect for different machine. This guy is going to connect from different. This guy is going to connect from different machine. Okay, so now, so what we need to do, if this guys wants to access the database server, okay, first what we need to do, anybody have any idea? What we need to do, anybody have any idea? First thing, okay, the first thing is, okay, so there is a file called, okay, pg_hpa.conf file. Okay, in the database server, within the database server, there is a file called pg_hpa.conf file. What is that? HPA is nothing but host base access control file. Okay, so what we need to do, in this file, we need to add the user information and its IP information and also on which DB the particular user needs to access. All the things and authentication method also we need to specify in the pg_hpa file. If user 1 needs to access this database server, right? We need to specify user 1 and which DB needs to access app DB. Okay. And we need to specify the IP address like 0.0. Okay. And also, we need to specify the authentication method. Whether this user needs trust authentication method or MDF5 authentication method, whether he needs So reject authentication. I will tell you what those authentication method. Okay. But in pg_hpa.conf file, we need to specify all the user information. Okay. Once we added the user information in the pg_hpa.conf, okay, one more thing we need to add in the postgresql.conf file. What is that, you know? That is called, okay, listener address. Do you aware of this thing? Listener address. So we need to specify the listener address. Okay, where these users are going, connecting from means which machine they are going to connecting from. Okay, we need to specify the particular IP address or whether we need to specify star. Star means it will going to accept all TCP IP addresses. Okay, so this listener address will be there on postgresql.config file. This parameter are available on postgresql.config file. Okay, once this entries, all the things are added in postgresql.conf file and pg_hpa.conf file, right? Then only the user will able to access the database server, broad database server. Okay, the user will able to access the broad database server. Okay, guys. So then only the user will able to access broad database server. This is the level 1 security. Okay, this is called level 1 security. Okay, this is level 1 security. The next thing is, okay, if the user 1 and user 2, user 3 needs to access database and schema, right? Okay, if user needs to access the database and schema, right? Okay, at that time, the user 1, 2, 3 needs proper authorization. Okay, in the database level and schema level, the user needs proper authorization. If the proper authorization is not there for the user to the particular database and schema, it does not allow any users. Okay. Once the proper authorization will be available in the particular database and schema, then only it will going to allow. Okay. The proper authorization is required. In the database level, what authorization is required, What privilege is required, Connect privilege in the database level. In schema level, usage privilege is required. Okay. Connect privilege in the database level, in usage privilege in schema level. Okay. This two privilege needs each and every users. Okay. Once the user is going to access the database, okay, connect privilege is required. Once successfully access the database, he or she needs to access the schema at that time, usage privilege is required. Okay. So this is level 2 security. Level 2 security. Okay. What is the level 3 security? That is, if someone is going to access the objects and its data, right? So that is level 3. The user needs access the objects and data, right? Okay. So they needs the proper permission. Okay. Needs, user needs proper permission. This is level 3 security. This is level 3 security. Once he or she have the proper permission, right? Then they will going to access the objects and its data. Okay. This is how the security will going to work in the Postgres. Anybody have any doubts here, guys? Guys, anybody have any doubts here? Vishnu, Vikas, Srinivas, Satish, Santosh, Ramprasad, Pradeep, Naveen, Kishore. Anybody have any doubts here?
No. Understood.
Okay. So this is the complete scenario of, okay, security, levels of security. Okay. So this one only I explained in the paint. Okay. See here, server and application. If somebody is going to access the database server, first it will going to check the client IP in the pg_hpa.conf file. And once he or she is going to access the database server, okay, so in the database level, see here, so he or she needs user password, and in the database level and schema level, connect privilege is required. In the schema level, usage privilege is required. Once he or she is going to access the database, the next thing is object. Okay, so object level access. In object level, we need the table level privileges. Okay, whatever I explained in the paint, that is completely a clear image of the levels of security. Okay, now see here, guys. Here I told you, right? pg_hpa.conf file. Okay, here host-based access control file. So pg_hpa conf means it is the access control file. Okay, this file is located in the cluster directory. And when it will going to read from the server, it will going to read the server during the startup time. And if you guys are going to add any user information or any changes in the pg_hpa.conf file, okay, only require reload. It does not require restart. This file does not require restart. And also, it contains set of records, one per line. Each and every user entry, we need to add one per line. Okay, we need to add one per line. And also see here each record specify, okay, means is in the sense each line, okay, specify connection type, database name, username, client IP, and method of authentication. Okay, and also see here, guys. So this file will going to read from the top to bottom. It is always going to read from top to bottom. And also, so this database server, the Postgres database server, it will going to support IPv6 and IPv4. Normally, we are going to use IPv4, right? Okay. And also, authentication methods. See here, trust. Trust means when the user have a trust authentication means at the time the database during the login to the database server, at the time the password it will not going to ask. It will going to bypass the password. Okay. When the user have the trust authentication method at the time, the database server will not going to ask the password. Okay. And also reset. Reset means, okay. So some application team guys, they are going to, inform to us to, okay, block that user. The user do not want to access any things on the database server at the time. So we need to specify the reject for the specified user. At the time, it will not going to allow. It will going to block. Okay, the user will going to block on the database server. And also MDF5. MDF5 is nothing but it's completely security authentication. Means somebody is going to log into the database server, right? At that time, it will going to ask the password. Okay. And also the remaining is LDAP is there. Okay. And you know, uh, another authentication method is, whenever we are going to use, okay, some SSL certificates, right? At that time, we need to use CERT authentication type. Okay. So, and like Kerbos is there. KRB5 means this is Kerbos. Okay, but I am not familiar with other authentication method. I know only trust, reject, MDF5, Kerbos, and LDAP and CERT. So this much authentication type normally we are going to use. Okay, I hope you guys are understood. Guys?
Yes,
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and also see here. So this is the way, this is the way we are going to add user information in the pg_hpa.conf file. This is how we are going to add. Okay, I will show you. Anyway, I'm going to do the practical. At that time, I will show you how exactly we are going to add user information. See here type host and also database, all database, and also see here all user access, and this is the address. 127.0.1, it's a global IP address for localhost, right? So see here, and also MDF5. MDF5 means it's a secure level authentication. Means whenever someone is going to log into the database server, okay, at that time, it will going to ask the password. Okay, got it? Yeah. So the next thing is, see here, this is the very main thing. Okay, you guys needs to remember this one every time. The encrypted password are stored in pg_shadow system table. So this is the system table. It stores all the encrypted password in this system table. Okay, pg_shadow. Okay, and user supplied the password must match the password stored on the database side. Okay, when somebody is going to log into the database server, first it will going to verify the encrypted password in the PG shadow, whether the user is going to provide the proper password or not. Okay, then only it will going to allow. Okay, so the main thing is you can remember this system table pg_shadow. It stores encrypted passwords. Okay, got it, guys? Okay, and also see here, PG underscore HPA trust authentication bypass the password and thus is not secure. I told you, right? Whenever we are going to use trust authentication method, okay, at that time it will going to bypass the password. It will going to bypass the password. And also, whenever you guys are going to edit this file, the DBA must have OS privileges to create and delete the files. Okay, anyway, we are going to edit and we are going to alter, right? So that's why we need at least some privileges is required to edit and delete the files. And also, so typically other database users should not have any OS level privilege. Only the DBA must have OS privilege to create and delete the files. And also one more thing I mentioned here, correct? In the paint, I mentioned one more thing. Once we create the database, we need to revoke the public access on the particular database server. See here, always revoke connect privilege on a database from public to block the normal user access to database. This is very, very important, guys. If you guys are created fresh database, right? Immediately we need to revoke the connect privilege. Otherwise, every user will going to able to access the particular database because the fresh database have the public access. That's why immediately we need to block the normal user access to the database. Okay. And also see here, guys, use grant to grant connect privilege to the users who are allowed to the connect to database. Those user needs to a particular database access. At the time, we need to give the connect privilege to connect to the database. Okay. And also see here. So these are all the normal authentication errors will come and authentication problems will come. Okay, so this is completely, whenever we are going, I will show you first in the practical, then I will explain this one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, yeah. So let me create one database server. So then we will work around. Okay. Yeah. Anybody have any doubts here? MKDIR production. Otherwise, I will mention develop. Years. We need to change the port number first. 6661. I will specify. Okay. Now app 01 develop start. Okay. Now tell me. I need an answer from your side, guys. Now tell me if I'm going to use Postgres, right, to log into the database server. Why? It is logged in without asking the password. Guys, anybody?
Public is not turned off.
Uh-huh. Come again?
Public access is not turned off, right?
No, no, no. See here. So just whenever access the database server at the time, I'm not going to give any password. Just I'm access the database server. So it is super user only, but why it is not asking the password?
It's not updated MD file like that.
Yeah, see here exactly the authentication type for Postgres user for all users. As of now, I will show you. See here pg underscore hpa.conf file. See here as of now for this database server local, right? This is all database, all users have trust authentication mode. So that's why if not only for the Postgres, if you guys are going to create any users, okay, it will going to allow without asking the password because trust authentication method is there. See here, trust authentication method is there. That's why. Okay, got it right. Why it is allowing the Postgres user without asking the password? That's why. See here, all database, all users, everyone will going to able to access the database. Okay, this is local. Got it right, guys? See here. Now what I'm going to do, as of now, where the password will going to store on which system table, guys? Now tell me on which system table the password will going to store, guys?
pg underscore shadow.
Yes. So see here now select star from pg underscore shadow. See here as of now, if you're going to see right, the password is not there for the Postgres user. Why? Still, we are not set the password for the Postgres. So see here now, I'm going to set the password alter user Postgres with password test123. See now, if you are going to check PG shadow, see here now, the encrypted password is available on PG underscore shadow. See here now. Okay. And also, what I'm going to do, I will change the authentication type for every users. Okay. I'm going to change the authentication method as MDF5. Okay. Once we are going to edit this pg underscore hpa config file, we need to reload. Reload is enough. Okay. So reload. Okay. So reload is done. Now I will try to. Now it will going to ask the password or not, guys? It will going to ask, right? See here, password for user Postgres. Okay. Now tell me if I am going to give the wrong password called, I typed as test password. Okay, see here, the password authentication failed for user Postgres. Okay, whenever we are going to provide the password, the first it will going to check the pg underscore shadow table, whether the password is correct or not. Okay, if the password is not correct, then it will not going to allow. Now I'm going to provide correct passwords here. Now we are able to access the database, Postgres database. Okay, got it, guys? You guys are got it right?
Yeah, question is how many times if you give failed login, right, the account will be going to lock.
Yeah, that one also is there. Okay, the policies, if you are going to create 3 attempts, okay, so it will going to lock the, we need to create the policy for the particular user. At that time, if somebody is going to attempt the 3 attempts, after third attempt, fourth attempt, it will going to lock the user. We need to create the policies. If the user does not have a policies, it won't lock the login. Okay, so
So
policy
what
is
about
required.
super user is will be not locked, right?
Yeah, yeah. So preferred, come again? I did not understand.
So what about super user? Super
Yeah,
user,
so super user is not preferable to create a policies.
yeah.
And also
Okay.
now tell me, now you only tell me guys, if we forgot the super user password, think in yourself, okay? So if we are going to forget the super user password, how we need to reset, how we need to access the database server. Now tell me, if we forgot super user password, okay, what we need to do? How to reset and how to log in first of all to the database server.
From host, we have to do something. We restart with
Mm,
some options.
yeah,
So that password
you
will be.
yeah, you are in almost all in the on the way. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not an exact answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm referring as a Sybase. We just reboot the server. The
Uh-huh.
password will be in the error log, and then we log in and reset it again. That's
Yeah, yeah,
the
that is there. Yeah, that is there in yeah, exactly. Sybase. So we need to specify -p option in some config file or something somewhere, right? Yeah.
yeah, error log file.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Error log file. Yeah, but in
Not
Postgres,
error
yeah,
log. No, not error log. It's run server file.
run server file. Yeah, yeah, correct, correct, correct. Yeah, yeah. But here somehow, like if you guys have forgot the password, see here, I will do one thing. I will change some password like yeah, like I will type like this. Okay, I will change and I will clear the complete. Sorry. Okay, now I cleared all the things. Okay, and also, you know. I will completely close all the sessions now. I will completely close all the session. Now tell me what we need to do. I forgot. I don't know what password I set, but I want to reset. Okay. The simple, okay, the only the logical thinking here. So what we need to do, uh, go to where we are, go to what is the server name? That is develop, right? So this is the one. Go to vi underscore pg underscore hpa.conf. Here, the single thing. We need to change trust. Okay. So now we will go and reload the database server. Reload the database server. Okay, reloaded. Now you can logged in. Okay. So 6661 hyphen u Postgres. Now see here, we are able to log in. Now you can say change the password. Alter user Postgres with password test 123. See here, now I have set the password. Again, once I got the password, I will change the MDF5, MDF5, and I'm going to reload. Now just go and log in as a Postgres. See here, I'm able to log in. Okay, simple thing. Just in the config file, pg underscore hpa conf file, we need to change the authentication for the Postgres and we need to log in and then we need to alter the password again. So we need to change the authentication method for the particular thing and we need to log in as a Postgres. See here, this step we need to follow. Okay, got it right? How we need to do? If we forgot the super user password, guys.
So what about the other users? Like not a super.
Okay.
You are I'm not a super user.
Yeah,
Okay.
other users
So I'm a
anyway, if
user.
you are, yeah. Please tell me, Srinivas. Yeah.
Okay. So you are the super user. I'm
Mm.
just user to the. I'm just a normal user.
Mm.
So I want to bypass. Like I want to know the SUS user password, super user. So I can do it in the similar way what you had, and I retrieve my password, SU password, right?
Yeah, you
And
can.
I do anything into the database. I think even I can crash the
No, see here. So
server like.
that's why.
Um,
That's why. See here. If whenever we are going to slash do, see here, if he or she have a, like have a super user privilege, okay, at the time, okay, they are going to able to do anything on the database server. That's why normally we are not going to give the super user privilege. Okay. So, but that's why it's here. The Postgres have all the privileges. Super user, create role, create DB, replication, bypass, row level security. Everything is there. So by default, the super user have bypass row level security is there. If you want to avoid, if you guys wants to avoid the row level security, that is also possible. But by default, okay, the Postgres have a bypass row level security will be there. I think I hope you understood, right, Srinivas?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll go for one scenario now. Okay. And also, guys, if you guys no, if you have any doubts or anything you not understand, please let me know because this is very, very important topic. Okay. So basic and very important thing. Okay. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do, I will show you some scenarios. Yeah. Yeah. Now, before comes to scenario, I will create the database called EDB. Okay. And one more database I will create database called PDB. Okay. So once we are created the database, I told you what we need to do first thing. What is the first thing, guys? What we need to do? Guys?
Remove public
Exactly.
privilege.
Revoke, connect on database name EDB from public access. And same as PDB database. Okay. Now I'm going to create some users called create user app01 with password test123. Okay. And also I'm going to create app02 and I'm going to create app03. I created, see here guys, I created three users, app01, app02 and app03. Okay. Now, okay. These two users, okay, these two users are local users. Okay, they are going to access in the means this user is a DBA. This two users is DBA users. Okay, app03 is I will do one thing. I will create a separate user. This is app user. Okay, now okay, these three users will going to connect on same machine because these three are DBAs and this is the app user. This user will going to connect from other machine. Okay. So other machine means what I'm going to do, I will going to connect from Windows one. Now we are in the Linux, right? I will try to connect in the line Windows thing. Okay. I will try to connect from Windows prompt. Okay. Because this Windows it's running on different machine, right? We are going to treat like a different machine. So that's why app user will going to connect from Windows machine. Okay, at that time, how exactly we need to add the particular app user in the pg underscore hpa conf file, I will show you. Okay, three users are DBA and remaining one user is the application user. The application user is going to connect from other machine. Okay, application user is going to connect from other machine. Now, okay, so what is the thing, First thing is, see here, if you guys are going to connect app01, okay. So what I'm going to do, I will uh, change all database, will change the Postgres user. Only the Postgres user, okay, will going to access all database. Okay, but remaining users, okay, they can't access the database server and database as well. I will try to reload now. Okay, now see here, if I'm going to access Postgres, is able to access. Now I will try to access with app01. Okay, app01, it's possible to connect to the database server, guys. Now tell me,
No.
app01 is it's able to connect to the database server. See here, what it says. It says error connect to server on socket failed. No pg underscore hpa.conf entry for the host. See here, there is no entry for this user. See here, guys, there is no entry for this user. That's why, okay, the database server is not going to allow the app01 user. Got it right? This scenario. Okay. The user needs the proper entry in the pg underscore hpa.conf file. Got it right, guys? Now, what I'm going to do, I will go to pg underscore hpa.conf file. This all three users will going to connect locally. So that's why I will specify local, and also the app01 will going to access only the PDB database. Okay, so it does not, I'm not going to give, apart from PDB, I'm not going to give any of the database permission. I'm not going to give. Okay, only PDB access. Now I will specify app01 and the authentication method. I will specify MDF5 and I will specify local EDB app02. So app02 only needs to access EDB database. Okay. So I will specify MDF5. Okay. And now local, I will specify Postgres database and I will specify app03. I will specify reject. Okay. I'm going to specify reject. If app03, if tries to connect to the Postgres database, right? At that time, it will going to reset. Okay, let's go for this. I'm going to reload the config file. Now I will try to log into the EDB database. See here, test 1, 2, 3. See here, guys, it is, it is allowing to the database server, but the thing is, see here, listen carefully. Permission denied for database PDB. Okay, the user does not have connect privilege. Okay, the user does not have connect privilege. Now what we need to do before going to connect, okay, we need to inform to the DBS, please provide the connect privilege to app01. Grant, okay, connect on database PDB to app01. Okay, now you guys are going to connect now. Okay, see here, I will try to connect now. Test 1, 2, 3. See here now, I'm able to access. See here, I'm able to access now. Got it right, guys? And also same way, we need to grant the permission for app02. EDB database. And we need to provide app02. See here now, I will try to logged in EDB database and app02 data, app02 user. See here now, test 1, 2, 3. See here. Okay. Here see, we're going to able to access the database. Now I will try to create the table. It is possible to create the table, guys. It is possible. We are able to create the table or not?
No, Manoj.
See here. Yeah, because we are creating in the public schema. Okay, that's why we are able to create. See here, otherwise, what I'm going to do, I will do one thing. Test 1, 2, 3 /c. Uh, mm, uh, what is that? MDB, sorry, which database that is? EDB database. EDB create schema. Schema name is yeah, man. Okay. In this table, set search underscore path to man. So now see here, I will create some table here. Empty insert into empty. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now let's see. I will try to connect with the app02 EDB database. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you can set search underscore path to man. Okay, now you can create the table. It is possible now. Now it is possible to create the table under this schema. Oh, no schema now. Yeah, yeah. Create. Okay. Set search path to, yeah. See here. No schema has been selected. Selected only. Show search underscore path. Yeah, man only. Yeah. See here. It is showing like, like no schema has been selected to create in. I will do one thing. It is possible to create now. See here, it won't allow to create the table as well. Permission denied for the schema. See here, permission denied. Okay, it will not going to allow to create the tables on particular schema. It will only to allow to create the tables on public schema, but not user defined schema. See here, permission denied. Now what permission we need to provide? Tell me, in the schema level, what permission we need to provide?
Usage.
Exactly. Yeah. See here. Now what we are going to do? Just test 1, 2, 3. Connect to /c pd. Sorry, which database that is? EDB. Okay. Here we need to provide grant usage on schema. So what is the schema? Man to app 02. Okay, now you can go and connect EDB test 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now you can create the table under man. Oh, okay. Hey, permission denied for schema in man.
You
Why?
need to
Yeah.
set. You need to set the man to this particular user.
No, no, no. It needs to allow.
Can you type search underscore path?
Yeah. Search underscore path to man. Let me create this table. Why app 02 only, right? We logged in. Test 1, 2, 3. Grant usage on schema man to. Oh. Okay. One moment. /c EDB database /dn. Okay. Grant usage on schema. Okay. I will open one more console here. SU Postgres. 6661-U app 02-D EDB. Here create table man dot some test 1, 2, 3 name varchar. Why it is not allowing permission denied for schema man? Grant usage on schema. One moment. Set search underscore path to man. Now I will provide. Why grant usage on schema man to app 02? We are connecting schema man only. Okay. Grant usage. Let me try now. Yeah, so we need to provide with create table. Means with create. See here, usage create on schema man to app02. Okay, so whenever we are going to create any table on other owner schema, right? At that time, we need to provide with usage, we need to provide create as well. Okay, understood, guys? Guys, understood?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now last thing. Okay, so I'm not going to extend more time. Okay, now, so one more app. Oh, yeah, yeah. So before going to app user, so see here, app03 is there, right? I will try to log into the Postgres database. What it will going to happen? If I'm going to do, logged into the Postgres database using app03, what it will going to happen now? What authentication method we are provided? Reject, right? Okay. See here, what it says? Failed. See here, rejects connection for the host. See here, rejects the connection. Okay, it will not going to allow. So it will going to block this connection for the particular database. When you specify the reject, when you guys are specify the reject. Okay, so now I will open pgadmin. Okay, so here I will check if config. This is the IP address. This is going to ping or pinging or not. I will check in the Windows prompt. Ping. See here, guys. It is pinging. Okay. It is accepting the connection. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I will take this IP address. I will open the pgadmin. pgadmin. Now you guys needs to tell me, okay, what are all the things we need to do? Okay. So now see here, I will open pgadmin. Now I will register the server. Okay. Here I will specify the server name is development server. Okay. And also here I will specify the connection IP address we need to specify. And here 661. Okay. And I will mention maintenance database. I will specify PDB. Okay. PDB and username app user and password is test123. It will going to accept this connection, guys. Now, if I'm going to connect to the database server, it will going to accept or not. Guys, here, what is the error? Unable to connect to the server and port number. And see here is the server running on the host and accepting the TCP/IP connection. Okay, now tell me, I already explained in the theory part. When we are some user is going to connect it from any other machine, what are all the things we need to do? Guys, anybody?
That IP address we need to add and also php underscore that file, and we need to make it MD5 if you want to use the password.
Yeah, one more thing. One more thing we need to add apart from this. Just remember one more thing. In PostgreSQL.conf file, I told you listener address, right? Listen address. Which address it needs to listen. Okay. The database server, which address it needs to listen. I will specify star. Okay. At the time, it will going to listen all the IP addresses from outside network. Okay, once we are going to change the listener address, that parameter requires restart. And one more thing is, guys, pg underscore hpa dot conf file. This is the IPv4 connection, right? Here we need to specify host and what is the database needs to access PDB and app user. Okay, I will specify the IP address 0.0.0/0 means it will going to, so this is the global IP address. Whenever we are going to specify 0.0 means it will going to allow all the IP addresses. And also I will specify the MDF file. Okay, I'm going to specify MDF file now. Now let's go and restart is required because we have changed, right, the listener address. So that's why restart is required. Restart. Okay. So now, and one more thing, I'm going to disable the firewall before going to connect. I'm going to stop the firewall. Okay. Let that. Okay. So now I will try to connect. See here. Try to connect. Test 1, 2, 3. See here, guys. Oh, see here. What is the error? See here, guys. User does not have connect privilege. Okay. Before going to connect, what we need to do? So we need to log in as a super user and we need to provide connect privilege. Connect on PDB database PDB to app user, right? We have granted. Now change the path. Test 1, 2, 3. Now see here, guys, we are able to access the database server. See here, PDB. We are able to access schemas, public, and there is no table here. Okay, we are able to access, but if you are going to access EDB, see here, so no PG underscore HPA entry for the host user app 0 database EDB, no encryption. See here, for this database, we don't have access for this user, only the PDB database. Okay, only the PDB database access. Now we are going completely accessing the database server in outside the network. Okay, it's completely we are accessing the database server in outside the network. Got it? Guys, anybody have any doubts here? Guys, anybody have any doubts here?
Manoj, can we block public schema?
No. We can't. We can't block.
We can't block. Okay.
Yeah. We can't. So normally, in any environments and any RDBMS, normally we are not able to, we are not able to create any of the user defined tables in the public schema, right? So that's why, like we can't. Yeah, so you do one thing. Yeah, that is possible. I am also not right. We can revoke the usage privilege from that schema. What is there? Let's try for that one. That is possible. Let's go revoke. What I'm going to do, /c PDB database. I will revoke usage on schema public. Okay. From what is that? App user. Yeah, it's a possible. Yeah, let's go and refresh. Okay. So let's try to access public. No, I will disconnect and connect. Let's see. Disconnect from server. And now again, I will connect to server. Okay. Test 1, 2, 3. I'm able to access, but yeah, let's go and create the table. Let's see. Query tool. Create table. M1 name varchar. Yeah, let's create this table. Yeah, so no, we can't revoke for the public. No, it's not possible. If we are going to revoke as well, we are able to create. See here, I revoke the privilege. Oh, one moment. Which database that is? PDB only. Yeah, correct one. One moment. Set. Yeah, public only. Yeah. Show search underscore paths. Yeah, we can't revoke the public schema. Yeah, that is not possible. Yeah. Anybody have any doubts here, guys? Does anybody have any doubts? I hope you guys are clear, right?
Yes, Manoj. Yes, Manoj.
Yeah. Okay, so still a lot of things is there in security. Okay, so like as of now today, I think it's almost all 6 o'clock. Okay, so we'll discuss on Monday regarding this another security topics. Okay, and we'll go for the next topic is backup and recovery. Okay, so the next week is completely backup and recovery and replication part. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry. One more thing. So DB link and auditing and upgradation is there. So, so once we done the backup and recovery, we'll go for DB link and auditing and upgradation. Then we'll go for a replication. Yeah, yeah. So we'll and also DB maintenance is there. Yeah, lot of things is there still. Let's go for one by one. Okay.